Hello everyone and welcome back! This time we're going to have an interesting experience. I wanted to take a break from the 2D games and look at a 3D game for the first time in this challenge series. What game are we going to look at? Well, how about a game that is a bit polarizing? Something that will force us to go as fast as we can, or at least to make progress, while not hitting a Badnik in the process. So the game for this challenge is Sonic R. This racing game will test skills and forgiveness for such an out-of-place, but very nice soundtrack. With the high intensity of this title, we have to remember to proceed with caution. You never know when a Badnik will pop up. Now, I don't have the Sega Saturn version of the game, so I will be substituting it with a modded Windows 95 or 98 version. Now, this has been modded to be the updated 2004 version so that I am able to use my controller of choice. I also get widescreen support so you don't have to see any background. Isn't that nice? If you're new to these videos, here's how it works. Rule number 1 is that I cannot defeat a Badnik, and if I do, I must restart the level that I am on. Rule number 2 is that I must fight any boss that I come across so I can make progress and move on. Now to finish the game, I must go through every single track in the game, which means going for all 7 Chaos Emeralds. And with that said, it's time to feel the sunshine, and let's get started. I originally wanted to play as Sonic just to keep up with the playing as Sonic theme that I've started with these videos. The first track is Resort Island. After trying to remember the controls I originally set, I have my very late start. I bump on some walls and the back of Rosie's car. Seriously, run like normal anthropomorphic animals. You too, Eggman. After that, I tried taking the shortcut only to bump into the tree. I tried to look for the first Chaos Emerald by taking the wrong shortcut. That's 20 rings I'll never get back. Not too many things happened in lap 3 except for finally going for the Chaos Emerald, finishing the race, and realizing that you only get the Emerald when you finish in first place. The other realization is that Sonic's turning is abysmal, so with that I'll be switching characters. Who else to pick but Knuckles? Oh no. Resort Island is much easier now because his glide can cross through that bit of water, allowing me to snag first immediately. After that, I grab this item which will be giving me a yellow shield. Now this works like the electric shield in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which will attract rings to me, but unfortunately does not give me a double jump. That's Sonic's ability. This means that 50 ring gate can be opened much sooner, and on top of that I can steal rings from Sonic and Tails so that way they never get into that booster and go further depending on how many rings you actually have. I can steal it from them. Once the emerald is mine, I get a push from Tails, and no, that doesn't mean I'll be a main eventer. Wrestling joke. But it does mean I can keep first with the only emerald. Lap 3 is a joke because I went over a huge chunk of this track. After that, I take the speed booster, skip the loop, and finish the race. No Badniks defeated so far. Radical City starts with, damn it, stop bumping me everywhere! I eventually got to a point where I thought I could drop here and get to an emerald, but I was wrong. It was a token, but that doesn't put me too far behind. I had to open the 20 ring gate because Sonic took the yellow shield and is close to a speed booster. Lap 2 and screw it. I need to open that 20 ring gate for the first emerald, and somehow I managed to stay in second place. Then open the 50 ring gate for the second emerald. After a failure to go through the speed booster, I finished lap 2 in second place. Now I'm serious. And we'll be gliding over this dip to avoid the water. From here it's the main route until the last shortcut and the race is over. With that, we are now at 3 Chaos Emeralds. I start Regal Ruin by jumping at the right time to bump in front of everyone. After that, I hit a wall, then I hit a wall, then the water, then found my way back to the track, and I was bumped into the main route, but tried going back for the first Chaos Emerald at the price of 20 rings. Then it's a mad dash to the speed booster, but with limited rings, so I didn't go very far. Thankfully, Knuckles can glide over the water to finish lap 1 in second place. Not bad. Lap 2 begins, and I really screw up. I tried to trick the game, or something like that, by going to this location where the 50 ring emerald is, hoping that it would open earlier, but it's linked to that door. So then it becomes a mad dash to get the hell out of last place. It continues to be a mad dash through lap 3, but it was all in vain because Sonic takes first, taking away our 1 emerald. The second attempt is here, and I got to that emerald really fast. Then I went to collect as much as I can, as fast as I can. With the 50 plus rings in hand, I plunge into the water and finish lap 2. Lap 3 is the 50 ring emerald. This is then followed by my super uber ultimate amazing platforming skills. Followed by taking the shortcut, which I actually thought was a wrong turn. Either way, I didn't fall out of first, but I finally finished the race, and we are now at 5 emeralds. And honestly, that was close. I thought this would be one that would end the challenge, but thankfully it was not. We are now at Reactive Factory. The race starts with me getting the speed shoes, and then I screwed up the shortcut. Not to worry, I don't have 50 rings. Okay, not worrying, yet. After going into last place, I took a different route and ended up getting this yellow shield to get more than enough rings to get the very first emerald. Then, why the heck not, emerald number 2 is now mine as well to finish lap 2. Lap 3 starts with me in last place, but not for long. The shortcut that I've been using doesn't really work too well when you land in the water, so land on something dry and it'll go a little bit better. I take the same ending route that I've taken the other 2 laps, and finish the race in first. And with that, we have our final 2 emeralds. Thankfully, no Badnik pieces laying around, so we're good to go. Now with the 7 emeralds in hand, we can now start the final track, Radiant Emerald. This track is only so-so because of the sharp turns, but they are manageable. Thanks to Knuckles' handling and not using his glide, we maintain first place into the end of lap 1. Now we can use the shortcuts in lap 2, and damn it, Sonic used the speed booster. Thankfully there is none in the second shortcut. Lap 2 ends with a continuing lead in first place, and lap 3 is a joke. Seriously, after that speed booster, that was it. I held a commanding lead and finished Radiant Emerald in first place, with no Badnik parts behind me. And with that, the run is over. So, can you beat Sonic R without defeating a Badnik? The answer is yes. Since there is no trace of a Badnik in this game, it's impossible to lose this challenge. I wanted to tease the idea of the egg robo as a dead end or some kind of obstacle, but if you stick to the currently unlocked racers, you never race against the more difficult racers. So, that'll do it for this edition of Sonic without defeating a Badnik. Now I can be real with you all. If you've made it to this point in the video, thanks for playing along and thanks for having a sense of humor. If you like the video, like it, share it. Don't forget to join the Knux Club by subscribing, click the bell icon for new content. And I want to give a huge shout out to the channel members, the members of Knux Club Plus. Their names are on screen. If you want to help out, you can click the join button or the link in the description down below. That helps out the channel in a bigger way, but also buying the Knux Club Hot Takes Tea would help out the channel in a big way as well, so you can find out with the Teespring link also. Don't forget to follow my social media accounts, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful and safe day, and I'll see you in a real edition of Sonic without defeating a Badnik in the near future. Again, thanks for letting me have some fun, and take care.
In aquatic